Going to have a little side bet about who's top Scot, maybe.
I might have to put a tenner on it there.
Connor, Cammy, many congratulations. The Open Championship, the 153rd Open at Royal Portrush. You're both going to be there representing Scotland, representing your families. An amazing achievement. Connor, can I first of all start with you? You got through final qualifying. Tell us about that experience.
Yeah, it was a good day. A long day. It was 36 holes. I ended up getting a good draw with Lee Westwood and Jamie Donaldson, so that was good fun playing with the pair of them for the day. And then I got off to an okay start in the morning, but knew I needed a good round in the afternoon to have a chance. And thankfully I played well enough to kind of get in that spot.
And it was nervous times at the end because you had to go to a playoff with Paul O'Hara. How was it getting into that playoff knowing that you were potentially one birdie away from the Open Championship?
Well, yeah, I was probably more nervous, after the round finishing because I was right on the line, and I was tied with a few guys, so I was waiting for quite a while for them coming in. So I was just kind of gonna just wait and see. But then finally, when I got to the playoff, it was kind of just me and Paul. So it was just kind of try and go out there and try and make a birdie and try and get through.
And you did that, and we saw the emotions. Your dad leaping all over the place, getting super excited about it. That must have been just an amazing experience for you.
Yeah, it was great fun. I think he was more nervous than I was going down there, but it was he was delighted as well.
Cammy, you had it easy. You'd already your place in the bag by the time Connor was going through the traumas of final qualifying. Tell us about your route to the Open Championship.
Yeah, I don't know about easy. I think looking back on it, it's amazing the significance of such small events. Like birdieing the last to get into a playoff at the Lynx Trophy. Is a big event in itself to be able to go on and then win the Lynx Trophy. But then when you look back at it and the points that I picked up because of that birdie, and then going on to win the playoff got me my spot. So it's all huge. And while we look back at it, and it's kind of because it was over such a long time period, there's no real point to get a real pinpoint on the nerves. There's just looking back and going, wow, there's so many significant events that have gone into this moment. And yeah, it's a dream come true.
Connor, when you were playing in that qualifying down at Dundonald, and you're paired with Lee Westwood and Jamie Donaldson, Jamie won the Ryder Cup for Europe at Gleneagles in 2014. Lee Westwood, who I think is now in 19 Open Championships, and you're this, young kid aiming for the top. How did you feel being in that kind of company?
I knew it was going to be, I saw the draw and I was like, I was pretty happy with the draw, but then I didn't really think too much of it. And then I got up to the first tee and I'm standing there with Lee Westwood and Jamie Donaldson. It was kind of a weird feeling, almost feeling out of place, because there was quite a lot of people there following them. So, but it was definitely a good experience getting to play with the two of them.
Cammy, were you watching the final qualifying to see how he was getting on?
No, I ended up staying at home. We stayed together in Sweden. So I was with him when we both had the draw. And I was obviously still fully planning to be down there. So then when I was given the day off, I was like, I'll get a day at home because I've got a busy period coming up. So yeah, I was listening on the radio, and getting text updates. So yeah, I had a good little update of his dad. I heard Stuart that the rumor was that Stuart was almost too nervous to watch the playoff. But he obviously made it out, and it was quite cool to see the celebrations afterwards.
Was that the case? Did Dad almost not make it out for the playoff?
Well, I finished, and then I was like, where's my dad? He's 200 yards up the fairway. He's just coming down. But I didn't see him for like an hour after I finished my round. I think he was just pacing around the car waiting to see what was happening. So I think he was pretty nervous kind of coming down there.
Talk us through the process, Connor. Once you've qualified, what then happens? Is it just like a flurry of activity, interviews, your phone just buzzing away with all the text messages? How was it immediately after it?
There was a few kind of media people there kind of wanting a few words, and then obviously got a good few congratulations texts as well kind of after I got the spot.
How was it for you, Cammy? The same, your phone just going ballistic?
It's there's no real kind of, it's so hard to explain, just so many people from all over just wishing the best, and it's great, but it's also just the excitement for us. Like there's that you've got all the wishes coming in, but then at the same time you're sitting there trying to really kind of comprehend that you're about to go and play in a major championship. You know, it's so different from any form of like winning a golf tournament. You get all the congratulations coming in. It's just so different because there's something there to look forward to from it. It's like so surreal still.
Yeah, I can imagine. Connor, when you think about the Open Championship, what immediately comes into mind? What does the Open mean to you as an individual?
I mean, I just think the size of it, it's definitely up there with, you know, one of the biggest events of the year in golf. So, you know, being able to be a part of that will be pretty special.
What's your earliest memory of an Open Championship? Watching it on TV, you know, what's your first vision? When I say Open Championship to you, what do you think, or who do you think of?
I mean, I don't really know. I wouldn't really say I've got too many, you know, earliest memories of it, but you know, it's definitely one that's on the year kind of the calendar that you're going to be watching because it's such a big event.
Cammy, same to you. What do you if I say Open Championship, what comes immediately into your mind?
My first memory is Muirfield, 2013. I think I went to one of the practice rounds, and I remember kind of following Phil Mickelson for a bit, and I remember just like walking up to 18th with him, and he went away and kind of said that he was going to come back and sign all autographs, and I waited and I waited and I waited, and he came back and he spent ages signing autographs. Like, that's my genuine first memory of the Open and going to it. I think that was the first one that I went to. Yeah.
And did you follow him because he's a lefty? Was that the kind of...
There was probably a large part of it there, yeah. So yeah, that was my first memory. I also have fond memories of Truden when Stenson won it. I was there on the Sunday and watching him hit that 3-wood up the last and almost hit it in the bunker, and then kind of go through, and just that battle all day that he had with, it was Phil there as well, I think.
Right, yeah.
And they finished miles ahead of the field. Like, that to me was my first. I had a bit more of an understanding of golf at that point, and being able to watch that and really truly appreciate how good it was. That was probably my first like appreciation of the Open and what it meant.
As kids, anyone who picks up a golf club in Scotland when they're on a putting green as a junior, it's always this putt to win the Open. I'm not getting ahead of myself here. I'm not saying either of you are going to win it. We hope you do, but just competing in the Open must be almost surreal when you go from that kid thinking about the Open, holding a 6-footer to win the Open, and then actually booking your ticket.
Yeah, I mean, I've missed plenty of 6-footers to win the Open already in my life, so it's just, again, like you say, it's just surreal that we're going to be there, you know, like it's something that I feel like I've worked for a long, long time, and just watched it for a long, long time, and for it actually to come kind of into fruition, it's just like, it's still mind-blowing, and yeah, I'm just really excited to get out there and get going.
Connor, you've won titles as an amateur, same as Cammy, but what does it feel like, or what do you expect it will feel like to step onto the first tee at an Open Championship with grandstands and nerves and the whole kind of aura of the experience?
I mean, I definitely think I'll probably be up there with the most nervous I think I'll ever be, but you know, I think it's definitely something that, I mean, you probably won't really know how it's going to feel until you get up there on that first tee, because it's just something so different to what you've experienced before. But you know, it's definitely something I'll be looking forward to.
Talk a little bit about Portrush. I know you've played there a couple of times. What's your thoughts on the course and how it maybe suits your eye?
I mean, I think it's a great golf course. It's probably one of the best links courses, you know, in the world. And, you know, I think it'll be playing tough. You know, I think it'll all depend on the conditions, if it's windy or not, but it'll be a tough challenge even if the wind doesn't blow.
Cammy, have you had the chance to play Portrush before?
No. Trackman Simulator, that's as close as I've got.
Good scores in the simulator?
I don't know about that. I've never been out, but I've heard great things, and you know, just trying to over the last week or so just get as much prep in as I can, so that when I get out there I'm as prepared as possible, and it's a bit more about kind of acclimatizing to the situation. You know, being at the Open is going to be something that neither of us have ever experienced, so as a player, so I'm just trying to make, when I get there, the preparation as much as getting used to the situation, the setting, and allow me to go and perform when I stand on the tee on Thursday.
Give us an idea about the demand for tickets since you booked your place at Portrush. What's that been like?
Do you want to go? I mean, I think a lot of people will be wanting a ticket or two, but you know, it'll be hard to try and keep everyone happy, but we'll just try and kind of make a decision and try and get, you know, everyone as much a ticket as we can.
Yeah, as bonkers. You know, like throughout my life, I've had so many people with me, so much support, and so many friends and family that all want to be out there, that it's difficult to get everyone out there, but we'll see. I'm sure there's going to be great support. I've had a load of messages from folks saying can't wait to see you out there, going to go. So yeah, it means a lot, and I'm excited for it.
How do you think you'll deal with the emotions of it all? Do you get emotional around golf, or are you able to kind of blank it out and just focus on the process that everyone talks about?
Yeah, I think Connor said earlier, like, it's going to be one of those things that I don't think either of us can prepare enough for that. You know, it's something that it's just going to happen in the moment, and you can't prepare for standing on the tee in the major. You know, no matter what you do, I just don't. Well, until I've done it, I'm not going to be able to be like, yeah, I could have prepared for that or not. So, like, there's a chance that there could be emotions there. I mean, there's going to be nerves there, like not before I'd anticipate. So, but you've just it's like with every kind of next step that we've had in golf, you know, starting at the grassroots level and then developing into like county golf, then national level and college and going beyond. Like, it's at every stage there's new nerves and stuff that come through, and now we're taking the step to kind of the ultimate level of it. Like, it's just going to be something that we're going to have to learn how to deal with if we're kind of, I know we both have goals of this not being our last Open Championship, and it's something that we're just going to have to be able to learn to deal with if we're going to be there in the future.
Connor, I know you have close ties with Paul Lawrie. Paul Lawrie, obviously an Open champion. Are you going to tap into his knowledge ahead of this event?
Yeah, I think it would be definitely useful to, you know, get his knowledge, obviously winning one and having loads of experience playing in them. So I think it would definitely be good to get his kind of knowledge of what to kind of expect and kind of what to try and do well.
Cammy, anyone that you're going to try and seek out ahead of the Open just to get some info and background?
Bob, definitely. I think that we've got a practice round sorted on Tuesday with Bob, so the two of us can kind of pick his brains, and yeah, it's definitely one of the things that will be cool to speak to him about, just like playing under the crowd sizes that he has, like how he's dealt with it, and if he's got any kind of advice for us, because it's going to be something that neither of us have ever experienced before.
He had a great breakthrough at the Open in 2019 at Portrush, didn't he? I think he finished tied 6th, so that was his kind of breakthrough at that level. So great experience from not only the Open but playing Portrush as well that he can pass on.
100%, yeah. I know he's excited for it. He loves Portrush, and if you can share any kind of grain of knowledge with us, it won't go unturned. So yeah, we're really excited for it.
Going to have a little side bet about who's top Scot, maybe.
I might have to put a tenner on it, yeah.
That'd be good. Listen, it's going to be an amazing experience. We're so thrilled for you that you've both made it through. On behalf of everyone at Scottish Golf, good luck for the week, and do yourselves and your country proud.
Thank you.
Cheers.